all these years. With locations in King and Statesville, North Carolina, visit us again soon for encouraging fellowship and essential provisions for your Christian life. Gullion's Christian Supply and Homeschool Headquarters, where the Bible stands.
76 years strong, and we're still the one. WSIC. News. Talk. Now. The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Good morning and welcome to Heart Mooresville, your small town radio with a big heart. We are festive and patriotic this morning.
Good morning.
Can you see?
Good morning there, co-host. You look very festive.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm just excited about the Stars and Stripes on Main parade this Thursday.
Well, who isn't?
Right? Well, bring yourself, bring 10 of your closest friends, your family. Come on and join us this Thursday, 10 a.m. And who's going to be there?
Everybody, including WSIC's going to be our official podcast and video streamer for the 4th of July parade on Main Street. And we will have a special edition of Heart Mooresville live from the parade, where we will be streaming live. And you will not only be able to hear the parade, but you will also be able to see it. We are super excited about that.
Yes,
so you will be roaming around because you're always busy, and so we will have to kind of shout you out as we see you running up and down the street.
Yeah, you'll see just blurs of red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Zoop, zoop.
Yeah, Christine will be, sliding on two wheels up and down the street, organizing, orchestrating, celebrating, doing all the things that Arts and Events does, and I will be your host for a 1-hour presentation of I Heart Mooresville live from Main Street.
Taking it on the road.
On the road. I love it. So.
Yes, well, that is the reason for our festive, because we're so excited about this Thursday, so please do join us.
Oh, by the way, the swag that you see on our faces,
oh,
yes, a lot of it will be available to you. So if you show up for the parade, we have something called a Swaggin' Wagon. And what exactly is that, Christine?
Yes, so the Swaggin' Wagon, presented by Lowe's, will be going up and down Main Street before the parade, giving out free swag. You have to get your patriotic dress on. So we're going to give away the windmills and the headbands and the sunglasses, the ones that we're both wearing. You have bracelets, we have beads, we have all the things, and we're giving them away so we can have the most patriotic citizens ever to watch this parade.
I mean, come on, face it. Main Street, downtown Mooresville, if you looked up in the dictionary of what a 4th of July parade should look like, it's going to look like what we are going to show you on Thursday.
And WSIC is doing a giveaway right now for free VIP seating tickets for the parade.
Oh, tell us.
Yes, wristbands. So we have a beautiful seating area right at the corner of Moore and Main. Best seats in the house. So bleachers that we've rented and brought in, that is where the performance zone is. So all of the people that are walking, that are in the parade will stop and perform at the corner of Moore and Main, and you will get the best seat in the house to watch that.
So if you watch the Macy's Day Parade on Thanksgiving, and you know where all the performers are, right behind them, there's a bleacher full of all the VIPs.
Just like that.
It's just like that.
Just like it.
So you will be able to see everything that happens live right in front of you. Best seats in the house. So, yes, we are giving away tickets. And I'm sure if you go to the WSIC webpage, you will learn more.
Yeah, and WSIC Facebook page.
Yes.
And we're also doing a giveaway on the Mooresville Arts and Events page. So we have plenty of those tickets for those awesome seats. So make sure to like and share that post when you see it, and you can be entered into that drawing.
Yeehaw.
Yes, so lots going on. So we know about the parade coming up this Thursday. What else is happening?
I don't know. You're always in the news. You're in the deets.
That's
you tell
right.
us.
Okay, so scanning the headlines, couple things. I only have a couple things noteworthy to share this week. So one was in our wheelhouse about Hope Park. Very excited. I actually am part of Parks and Recreation. Didn't even know this was happening. So I was really, really happy to see this. But Mooresville Hope Park adds a communication board to aid children with disabilities a voice. So the playground communication boards have been installed at parks in Mooresville, Cornelius, and Huntersville. Homefront Speech Therapy has assisted in this endeavor, and they're seeing the end results of the process to give children who don't have a voice one at area playgrounds. Hope Park is one of the 3 parks that have been chosen to make this happen at. And the boards are designed to give children that are non-speaking or non-verbal a way to communicate. So the boards include a variety of symbols paired with words to encourage them to communicate. And they hope that this will be able to happen at more parks, and we can include these. But right now they're going through a process to pick out more parks to add these to.
Yeah, I've actually seen it. It was featured in the Mooresville Tribune this week, and it's great. I mean, obviously Parks and Recreation is excited to be part of this community-wide effort to give voice to children. And if you haven't seen it, you can go to Hope Park. It's right there at the beginning, and you will not miss it. It's a great endeavor.
I love that. I love it. And then the other thing I wanted to share was just our news about the Mooresville Police Department Chief Camperchani, who was named as the assistant town manager last week. So he will now be assuming leadership of the E911 communications, building, permitting, and inspections, and facility and asset management, which are 3 very large departments within the town of Mooresville. He will still remain our police chief, so he's not given up those duties, but he will take on these additional duties for the town, which was effective on June 24th. So we now have a 3rd assistant town manager. He spent more than 35 years in law enforcement across the country. He joined us in 2019 after he served as the chief of police in West Springfield, Massachusetts, and as the executive director of Western Massachusetts Chief of Police Association. So he came to us with a lot of experience, and this is a great opportunity for him to continue, and we can kind of get the most out of him. So excited. So congratulations, Chief Camperchani.
Yes, congratulations to him. And so as we kind of finish out this segment, I always like to talk about things that are going on days, weeks, and months of the year. And if you haven't noticed, we have a special guest in the studio today.
We have a child in the studio today.
Yes, and apparently he doesn't like us talking so much.
Nope. Yes. So we have some little friends. We have not mentioned our guest yet today. We have Paul Kreins with Victory Lanes, who's here this morning, and he is on granddaddy duty this morning.
I think a lot of people can relate to what is happening right now.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
What? Do you want to say something on the radio?
Do you want to say good morning to everybody?
Pretend Mickey Mouse is right here. Say hello to Mickey Mouse.
Look.
No? Okay.
Do you want to see yours? Yeah. So we have. We're going crazy this morning. We've got children. We've got swag. We're getting ready. It's just this is Heart Mooresville. It's just Parks and Rec stuff, right?
Yeah, we should add another day as in Children in the Radio Studio Day here on Heart Mooresville. So, what is your name? What is your name?
Sam, introduce yourself.
Sam.
Okay.
Say
So
hello.
yes, I have grandpa duties. My daughter's in Seattle, is having surgery, so my grandma is there. And mom and dad are in Denver at the Bowl Expo at the conference, our trade show conference. So it's just me and Sam 24/7.
And Sam is not liking maybe Sam just doesn't like the radio.
Sam, you want to wear some sunglasses there, buddy? Huh? Want some swag? I think that's what it was.
Sam's not a fan.
We didn't offer him swag, so he's upset. But,
I know. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, he didn't offer me swag either.
I know.
Well, trust me,
when
when we come back from the break, they're going to be swagged out.
I'll be at the parade, so I'll have plenty of swag there.
Well, we will be back here on a special episode of Heart Mooresville and WSIC. Say hey, Sam.
Stick around. More Heart Mooresville with host Christine Patterson and Don Smyle is coming up on WSIC. Local starts here.
I'll tell you what, there's some pretty nice weather to kick off the week of the 4th, and still really not all that humid or that crazy hot. Plenty of sunshine today. We're back in those mid-80s, mostly clear tonight as we drop it back into the mid-60s. For our Wednesday, we do get a little closer to that 90-degree mark, but still without a lot of humidity. And for the 4th of July, well, we crank it up. Mid-90s make a return with a low pop-up storm chance. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like Mina's Boutique.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Wednesday, July 3rd marks the annual Field of Flags Summer Celebration at Lowe's YMCA in Mooresville. This awe-inspiring event will have live music by Inspire, over 800 American flags, food trucks, and fireworks. The flags will be on display July 2nd through the 5th. On July 3rd, the Mooresville Lake Norman Exchange Club Field of Flags ceremony will be at 6 p.m. The Inspire concert, powered by Waves Entertainment, will begin at 7, with the fireworks spectacular brought to you by Randy Marion beginning at dark. We will see you on July 3rd at Lowe's YMCA in Mooresville for the Field of Flags Summer Celebration. Birkdale's Live Under the Oaks concert series continues on Friday. The Brett Milstead performance begins at 6 p.m. Kick back and relax on the green in front of the stage at Birkdale Village in Huntersville for the free Brett Milstead show on Friday night. On Saturday, the Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks offers 17 trucks from around the area and live music from local favorite unknown artists. Trucks will be located on both Broad and Main Streets from 5 to 8:30 p.m. Bring your chairs and friends to stroll, shop, and enjoy gourmet fare this Saturday in the downtown Mooresville Social District. The Kane Center for the Arts Week 4 of summer camps begins Monday, July 8th. Morning and afternoon camps for ages 5 to 15 include ceramics, drawing, art, food, painting, and more. The fall performance season begins Saturday, September 7th with a show by comedian Tom Cotter. For more information on summer camp programs and the fall performance schedule, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. The Cookout Summer Shootout Series fills your need for speed each week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 10-race series Night 7 is on Tuesday, July 9th. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, details, and information. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Looking good, Mooresville. I mean, you're sitting at that traffic light, too. Might as well be looking at something. I Heart Mooresville continues now on WSIC.
Be a part of the conversation.
We can't fix America's debt by starving people.
Have your say.
One shooting after another, and we're doing nothing to solve it?
This is WSIC. News, talk, now.
All right, welcome back to this special edition of I Heart Mooresville on WSIC, and we had a little unhappy camper as we went to break, and I think people who have children understand that they really don't have a timetable. They just do what they do.
That's right.
When they do it, and they could care less.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Sam's not a fan of the show. I'm not taking it personally. That's fine.
I mean, did we not appeal to the younger demographic?
I know.
What has happened here?
I think we need to take stock of this.
Oh my
Don
goodness.
Smyle.
Oh wow.
But that's okay. We're still Sam fans.
Yeah,
so
we are Sam fans. So
maybe they might be back to join us. We're just taking a little breather. Sam's taking a break.
Yeah.
But we might have Paul back later.
So, as we said, we're going on the road. We will have a special edition of I Heart Mooresville this Thursday at 10 a.m., 10 to 11, live from Main Street.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we're super excited.
Do you think
about
it's going to be hot?
You know, it said a high of 90-something.
Oh my God,
but
we're going to melt.
No, don't say that. People won't come. 10 to 11. That's the perfect time in the morning before it starts to get really hot.
You're right.
Right? So there's going to be a breeze, I'm sure. So it'll be good.
And we're giving out fans also.
Yeah.
We have thousands of fans to give to everyone. Lowe's, of course, who is the presenting sponsor of the parade, has, without Lowe's, this wouldn't be possible. And so we're so grateful to them. But when they asked, what should we provide for swag? Fans to keep people cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I know that when we arrive, we will be there relatively early, obviously. I'm sure there will be hundreds, if not thousands, of chairs all along Main Street because you're in Mooresville.
When we set up chairs at 6 a.m.
When set up chairs at 6 a.m. And that's okay. You can do that.
That's right.
You're absolutely allowed to do that.
You might even see them the day before.
Right.
It's crazy.
Just don't put them in our parking spot on Main Street, right at the corner of Main and Moore.
Yeah.
Because that's where our Heart Mooresville studio will be.
That's right.
So we will be set up right there at the corner.
On location studio.
On location.
I am super excited, though. We have a really exciting parade this year. We even have more participants than we did last year for our 150th anniversary.
Wow, that's impressive.
Right? it's bigger, better.
Well, I think it's because people had a really good time last year.
Yeah, I think so
So,
too. We
yeah.
actually had a lot of people contact us to want to be a part of it this year. So I think that says we did something right?
Yeah.
I'm excited about the military vehicles. So we're going to have the Huey helicopter again.
Nice.
I mean, this thing like flew and saw action and was restored. Like, very cool. Yeah, very cool. Of course, it will be on a trailer.
Oh, okay.
Being
So
pulled.
it's not going to be flying down Main Street like a drone.
No.
Okay.
But
That would be
we'll get
cool.
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there will be other military vehicles too. Is it a deuce? Is that
Yes,
what
it's a
called?
deuce. You're
Yes,
correct.
we're gonna have one of those.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be pulling the Huey helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then we have another like military Jeep type.
Mm-hmm.
But the VFW helped us out with that, so we're super
And
excited.
I think last year we had the gentleman dressed up like Army soldiers. That was really cool.
Yes, we're having them back,
Yes.
and we're having more of them. So we have the Army Green, the Green Army like drum line,
Okay.
the soldiers, and then we also have like a Green Army soldier like dance troupe, which is very cool.
Oh, yeah. And I know that you had worked with the town IT department to play music, patriotic music.
Yes.
Is that going to happen?
If the smart poles hold out and work like they're supposed to, then we'll have patriotic music all along Main Street. Well, also this year, something different is we're going to have vendors in the Charles Mack Citizen Center Kelly Courtyard
Okay.
selling like ice cream and popsicles, things to stay cool.
Sure,
So we
sure,
will
sure.
absolutely have many things to keep you cool, fans and ice cream. And since it will be in the morning, you can get your coffee or iced coffee at many of the locations that have agreed to open up on the 4th for the parade.
Sure.
So I think there are like 6 or 7 of the downtown coffee locations that are going to be open.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And from an infrastructure facility perspective, just tell kind of people what is or is not available. For example, restrooms. How does that work?
Yeah, so we have the Charles Mack Citizen Center, of course, which has ample restrooms, will be open for the parade. That entire building will be, opened up public access so people can step in and cool off if they need to. They can access the restroom. We have changing tables in there, all the
Right,
things.
okay.
And then, of course, there will be some businesses open along the Main Street, along Main Street and Broad Street as well for people to access. We put out a parking map yesterday too that shows the best areas to park.
And where can people download this map?
That is on the Mooresville Arts and Events Facebook page, and then they can also get it at mooresvilleevents.com.
Cool.
Yes, so we tried to cover everything: where to park, where to use the restroom, where to get your ice cream and your coffee, and then just set your chair up and have a good time. Or
Yeah.
win the contest and just show up.
Right. Well, that's true too.
Yeah,
So,
on the bleachers.
and the contest, I guess they need to go to the WSIC Facebook page to learn all the
Yes.
details for that, right?
Yep, WSIC Facebook page. And then, of course, you can go to Mooresville Arts and Events page as well. But lots of opportunities, to be a part. But we're excited. We have, everything in this parade that you can think of, from you're going to see Cinderella in a horse-drawn carriage to superheroes and other princesses and, dance troops.
Marching band?
Superheroes, marching bands. Ooh, we have this really cool drill team that is similar to a marching band, but they dance too. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Stilt walkers, inflatables, all the things.
Christine, you need to stop.
I know.
It's just too much.
I'm
It's just
going
too
overboard.
much. It's too much.
I love the 4th. I love it. It's such a great time.
Well, what I love is this really was spawned out of the 150 celebration as a way to kind of what can we do to really create opportunities for people to come downtown and have a great time. And the fact that we weren't already doing a 4th of July parade was pretty surprising.
Right.
But now this is the 2nd annual, and because it was so popular, it looks like it's going to become a Mooresville institution.
Yeah.
So we look forward to growing this and making it bigger and better every year.
Yeah. And of course, to have Lowe's sign on again this year was really important to us, because they are such big supporters of the 4th of July. Of course,
Right.
They help, with the Lowe's YMCA, of course, hosts the fireworks. So you can go see your fireworks on the evening of the 3rd and enjoy Field of Flags at Lowe's YMCA, and then come to our Stars and Stripes on Main parade in the morning, 10 a.m., short and sweet, 1-hour parade, and then go do your cookout and barbecue.
Yes, and just a reminder to everybody, fireworks are not toys. So please,
Yes.
if you're going to partake in fireworks on a personal note, please be careful. We want
Yeah.
everyone to be safe out there. And also, because it's going to be hot this week, please use sunscreen. Yeah. People
Yeah.
sometimes forget, oh, it may be a little cloudy and whatever. Next thing you know, you come in looking like a lobster king.
Yeah.
And
Don't be
so
lobsters on Monday.
don't be lobster king, all right?
Yeah.
Because then you have to explain that to everybody at work, like why you didn't use sunscreen.
Yeah. So
So,
take care of yourself.
in addition to the 4th of July happening this week, there are other celebrations happening. As I like to say, there's a day, a week, and a month for everything. So a couple that I want to spotlight as we got into the month of July. Let's see, today, actually yesterday, is second half of the year day.
Oh,
Seems appropriate.
yeah.
Like we're
Interesting.
month 7, second half of the year day.
Okay. I'll celebrate that.
I've never heard of these, quite frankly. That's what I love about these is because, again, there's a day, a week, and a month for everything. And that's, while appropriate, interesting.
Yeah.
Second, let's see, National Wildland Firefighter Day. So we appreciate the firefighters out there, both in the forest and in the community for everything that they do and for keeping us safe. So big shout out to the Mooresville Fire Department as well. It's also World UFO Day. And so,
Ooh.
you know, if I had queued Bill up, he could have played some really eerie, freaking music, right? But
Yeah.
I didn't. I forgot to tell him. So, oh, Christine. So, oh, look at that! Boom! Ask and ye shall receive. The guys behind the curtain are making it happen. Thank you, guys. World UFO Day. I personally have never seen one. I'm not saying I don't believe in them.
I may have.
You may have.
Yeah. I don't know if it was Starlink or a UFO, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right, we'll go with
I
that.
believe, though.
I've
I
seen
believe.
fireflies
I believe.
this time of year. Lots of
Yeah.
fireflies.
Yeah.
National Stay Out of the Sun Day is tomorrow.
Hmm.
And so we would just suggest that you do go to our parks and enjoy our outdoor facilities, but use sunscreen and protect yourself. And of course, the 4th, Independence Day, the 4th of July. So we are looking forward again to taking this show on the road and giving you all the details as the bands, the celebration happens down Main Street from 10 to 11 a.m. This Thursday. Special edition of I Heart Mooresville, and we're looking forward to seeing all of Mooresville there.
Yes. And of course, we are not, although I feel like, I'm a little biased, and I think it's going to be one of the best celebrations. As we mentioned, we are not the only thing to do on the 4th. Troutman just hosted their parade this Saturday, which I heard was a huge success. I didn't get to personally make it down there, but I definitely want to go next year. I heard it's a very good parade. We do have some of a lot of the emergency vehicles, the Iredell County Police Department, fire. They will be a part of both parades, so we appreciate their support on that. And then if we mentioned Lowe's YMCA and the Exchange Club of Lake Norman host the annual Field of Flags summer celebration. That includes fireworks, but they also have live music and food trucks and over 800 American flags that are displayed along that Lowe's YMCA front field. The event also raises funds to support community efforts such as child literacy programs, safe places for families, and drowning prevention initiatives.
Excellent. Well, as you attend our 4th of July celebrations or any of those happening around, be sure to thank all our first responders if you see them, the police and the firemen, but also take a moment to thank the veterans that you see.
Yeah.
Because without them, this celebration would not be possible. And
That's
so
right.
it's not just an opportunity to eat hot dogs and enjoy the lake. It's also an opportunity to remember why the 4th of July is so important to America. So
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like this parade for us going into it is really a celebration of our nation, but also our town, both, because I think we have a great town, but it's also a part of this amazing, nation that we live in.
yeah, Mooresville's kind of the fabric of small town America.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, we will be back with a special edition of I Heart Mooresville here on WSIC.
We'll be right back with more I Heart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
I'll tell you what, some pretty nice weather to kick off the week of the 4th, and still really not all that humid or that crazy hot. Plenty of sunshine today. We're back in those mid-80s, mostly clear tonight as we drop it back into the mid-60s. For our Wednesday, we do get a little closer to that 90-degree mark, but still without a lot of humidity. And for the 4th of July, well, we crank it up. Mid-90s make a return with a low pop-up storm chance. That's your forecast. From the WSIC Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Hello, everyone. This is Joshua Doby, president of North Main Financial Group. At North Main Financial Group, we move to where you need us. Investment management, insurance planning, and estate strategies. No two people are the same, so we customize our planning based upon your needs. Reach out to us at northmainfinancial.com. That's northmainfinancial.com.
Temperatures are heating up, but the prices are cooling down at Randy Marion Ford Lincoln here in Statesville. How about this? Over $8,000 off F-150s. That's the XLT trim, that's the Lariat trim, that's the Platinum trim, that's the Limited trim. That is the Crew Cab, that is the Super Cab. You name it, Randy Marion Ford. We got it right here in Statesville at a big discount on F-150s. Again, over $8,000 off. Come see us today, I-77, exit 49B.
A new show is making its way to WSIC. Tuesdays at 4, join host Patty Alvarez for The Good Soul, a show with in-depth chats with people from all walks of life. Want a sneak peek? Download the WSIC app now and stream The Good Soul podcast.
The Statesville Family YMCA reminds you that older adults and those with chronic health conditions don't need to feel they must accept impaired balance and limited mobility. Build strength, improve balance, and gain confidence in your mobility through the Moving for Better Balance program. For questions and additional information, email C. Mullins at ymcanwnc.org.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Uncle Sam will pay COVID vaccine maker Moderna nearly $200 million to accelerate development of a vaccine for flus, including the dangerous strain of bird flu currently sweeping through the nation's dairy farms. The mRNA vaccine will be tailored so it can target several flu strains that carry pandemic potential. Results from Moderna's early studies of the bird flu shot are expected in the next few weeks. Shares started higher but are now in the red. The U.S. Supreme Court says it will hear a Biden administration appeal that aims to reinforce the FDA's power to ban flavored vaping products it concludes are likely to appeal to children. The FDA has denied millions of applications, many of them for flavored vapes, since Congress enacted a 2009 law that requires companies to get FDA approval before selling new tobacco products. Wall Street's main indexes splitting it here so far. Dow and S&P 500 each losing about 0.1%. NASDAQ gaining 0.1%. Andrew O'Day, Bloomberg Radio.
Mooresville, how we feeling? Good. Welcome back to iHeart Mooresville on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
And we're back with iHeart Mooresville. I'm your host, Christine Patterson, with co-host Don Smyle. And we have a special guest in the studio. Paul, we had a little rocky first segment, but welcome to iHeart Mooresville.
Thanks, Christine. Don, thank you.
So,
and he's wearing swag now.
Oh, yeah. We got him decked out.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit. And
I got a flag.
Yeah, we're all good.
We've made swag available to you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, see, there you go.
Got to wear my sunglasses inside.
Got to get on board. Got to get on board.
Future's so bright at Victory Lanes.
Well, in addition to being on granddaddy duty, you also are owner of Victory Lanes.
Correct.
And Victory Lanes is more than just a bowling alley. It's really an entertainment center. I mean, you have comedy, a brewery, meeting space. I mean, go on and on. So tell us about, what this amazing asset that we have in Mooresville offers.
It is. And we refer to it as kind of the best kept secret in Mooresville. It's amazing how many people tell us we just didn't know this place existed. And then it's like, oh, did you just move to the area? No, I've lived here all my life. And so not only is it a bowling center, it's a beautiful bowling center, state of the art, U.S. Open hosted in 2019.
Wow, that's impressive.
PBA Tour, regular venue. So it's a tournament venue as well as for parties and open play and regular things you would expect from bowling. But we also have the Wobbly Butt Tap Room and Eatery, which is a restaurant.
Don loves the name.
I'm sorry, I just laugh every time I hear
every week when we say it.
And I'll tell you the backstory in a second. Yeah. But so we have that. It's a great menu, great food. always had great food there. Now we've got the Wobbly Butt menu in addition to the Laneside menu.
Oh, nice.
And then we do live comedy every Wednesday night in conjunction with the Comedy Zone. We've partnered with them starting 2 years ago. We've done 105 shows now every Wednesday night, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. Some amazing talent. And then we host the Lake Norman Big Band once a month. It's a 20-piece big band orchestra.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Dinner, dancing. We usually get 120, 150 people there for that. It's the third Monday of every month. Pre-COVID, we did live bands, classic rock, southern rock, that type of genre. And we're going to be bringing that back soon. So that was on Saturday nights.
So needless to say, this is not your grandparents' bowling alley.
It is definitely not, and not at all. And we have a huge arcade. We have a billiard room, and we are in the beginning stages of building a really nice miniature golf course outside, outdoors.
Wow.
So okay, so that is a lot. So a couple things that I want to pull out. So you mentioned that you host tournaments, bowling tournaments, and those tournaments are a super important asset to Mooresville. These are people coming in from out of town, staying in hotel rooms that are eating at our restaurants, shopping. So it really does have a positive economic impact on our community as well.
Yeah, very, very much so. And I really didn't become aware of that until the CVB started, really asking us and to host more of these tournaments. And we always have, but when we started giving them the entry information, where people were coming from, how long they were staying, and things like that, and then I guess you have some formula that you can figure out the economic impact, how many room nights. We have a lot of state tournaments. We have regional tournaments that 9 states come and participate in. 2,500 bowlers, and we have one coming up in 2027 in which 20,000 bowlers will be participating.
Insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, well, what's interesting to me is I grew up like most people and went to bowling alleys, and as I said, this is not your grandparents' bowling alley. A couple years ago, I turned on the TV and noticed that they are now showing bowling tournaments on television, right?
Wow.
And it's a big deal. But what was surprising to me was that this was not people sitting on their hands watching people bowl. This is like a rock concert atmosphere. I mean, these people are like shouting and screaming, and the bowlers have this bigger than life personality. I mean, I don't know when that happened, but it completely spun on its ear.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. And that was intentional. There's a Professional Bowlers Association, trying to appeal to a younger demographic, and I think they were successful doing that. It's amazing. We have a phenomenal youth bowling program, and our kids emulate those bowlers that they see on TV every week.
Wow, that's really cool. And then the Comedy Zone. So I, as someone that books comedy programming, I know how hard it is to choose the right people to even book a monthly series, but to do a weekly series. And your venue is the only venue in Mooresville that has weekly live comedy. And we've been sharing, obviously talking on the radio and sharing some of those comedians that are coming in every week. And I mean, these are pretty awesome comedians that are coming weekly.
Yeah, they are. We couldn't do it without the Comedy Zone. This Comedy Zone does the booking for us.
Sure.
I couldn't possibly keep up with that. And we rely on them to find talent that fits, our demographic and the culture that we have. We keep it clean, as clean as we can keep a stand-up comedian, and I call it PG-18. So a lot of the comedians struggle with that a little bit, but most of them have been back, a time or two, and they really enjoy coming back, and you can feel comfortable being there and not feeling that the language is going to be too over the top.
It's a family environment.
So you teased us with the origins of Wobbly Butt, and I can't let this segment end without you telling us about this, because I laugh every time we say this.
So yeah, the origin of Wobbly Butt during COVID, during the shutdown, my son, Ben, started home brewing beer. And he has 2 dachshunds, and one of them injured his back. And when he was rehabbing, he wobbled when he walked. So they teased the dog and called him Wobbly Butt. His name is Leroy, called him Wobbly Butt. And so Ben named his brewery the Wobbly Butt Brewery. And so when we came out of COVID and I wanted to do something with the restaurant, I wanted to rebrand, I wanted to remodel, and it was really didn't have much of an identity. So I asked Ben, I said, hey, I love the name Wobbly Butt Brewery. What if we brewed our own beer here, and we called
Sam's back. Hey, Sam. Sam has joined us back on the radio.
We're talking about the Wobbly Butt.
Much happier. Do you like the Wobbly Butt, Sam? Have you ever been there? Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. So I said to Ben, I said, can we remodel and call it the Wobbly Butt Tap Room and Eatery, and we'll try to get start brew on site, and we'll do a remodel and we'll rebrand. And he said, oh, of course. So we did. We completely remodeled. We developed the logos. We developed the decor. We added 16 craft beers to the lineup. We had 8 beers on tap, and they were the domestics, Bud Light, Miller Lite. Got rid of all that, and we do nothing but craft beer now with 24 taps and a lot of local breweries that we partner with, and four flavors that Ben brews.
Wow.
Well, it's hard to tap Wobbly Butt as a name. We had a gentleman on here a couple weeks ago as a guest. Was it?
It was Jolly Roger.
Jolly Roger, and he was talking about. I mean, I was telling him I always get a kick out of the names that brewers come up with. So obviously, Wobbly Butt, it's hard to top that. But tell us some of the names of some of the brews that you guys create, just because I like to know the names. I think they're very creative.
So the 2 dogs were Addie and Leroy. So one of the flavors is Leroy's Lager, which is a chocolate stout. There's Addie's Ale, which is a red Irish IPA.
That sounds good.
There is Lowrider, which is Lowrider IPA, which because the dachshunds being lowriders. And then I always forget one.
I see a theme.
I'm not the beer guy.
Yeah.
I see a theme here.
I love that.
All dog related.
all dachshund related.
Very
cool.
Badger
Hunter. Badger Hunter's the other one.
Yeah.
The final one. Yep.
I like that.
And right now we brew off-site, off-premise. We contract brew up in Elkin. And in fact, we're talking to Jolly Roger about brewing our beer because the red tape for brewing on premise is just a little much. Eventually, we'll be there, but
sure.
But for right now, we just want to have the product.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big IPA fan, so those definitely appeal to me.
Yes.
So
So in addition to, that you also are really turning into, also a meeting space, an event center. You host a lot of Christmas parties. We actually, when I was with Marriott, we used to host our Christmas party there every year. But you have space as well.
We do. The restaurant itself is very large, and then we have meeting space as well. And then the bowling center, of course, is 40 lanes. It's 48,000 square feet. So we we hosted 77 holiday parties last Christmas.
My goodness. It sounds like a great space for a party too.
Yeah. I think we might need to have a party.
You can bowl and get a Wobbly Butt.
That's right. That's right. And see comedy.
Yeah.
All of the things.
All the things.
Well, we are going to talk to you more about that and hear more about Victory Lanes with Paul Kreins after the break and a message from our sponsors.
Stay in the know with all things Mooresville. Heart Mooresville continues next on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
I'll tell you what, there's some pretty nice weather to kick off the week of the 4th, and still really not all that humid or that crazy hot. Plenty of sunshine today. We're back in those mid-80s, mostly clear tonight as we drop it back into the mid-60s. For our Wednesday, we do get a little closer to that 90-degree mark, but still without a lot of humidity. And for the 4th of July, Well, we crank it up. Mid-90s make a return with a low pop-up storm chance. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Wednesday, July 3rd marks the annual Field of Flags Summer Celebration at Lowe's YMCA in Mooresville. This awe-inspiring event will have live music by Inspire, over 800 American flags, food trucks, and fireworks. The flags will be on display July 2nd through the 5th. On July 3rd, the Mooresville Lake Norman Exchange Club Field of Flags ceremony will be at 6 p.m. The Inspire concert, powered by Waves Entertainment, will begin at 7, with the fireworks spectacular brought to you by Randy Marion beginning at dark. We will see you on July 3rd at Lowe's YMCA in Mooresville for the Field of Flags Summer Celebration. Birkdale's Live Under the Oaks concert series continues on Friday. The Brett Milstead performance begins at 6 p.m. Kick back and relax on the green in front of the stage at Birkdale Village in Huntersville for the free Brett Milstead show on Friday night. On Saturday, the Mooresville Festival of Food Trucks offers 17 trucks from around the area and live music from local favorite unknown artists. Trucks will be located on both Broad and Main Streets from 5 to 8:30 p.m. Bring your chairs and friends to stroll, shop, and enjoy gourmet fare this Saturday in the downtown Mooresville Social District. The Kane Center for the Arts Week 4 of summer camps begins Monday, July 8th. Morning and afternoon camps for ages 5 to 15 include ceramics, drawing, art, food, painting, and more. The fall performance season begins Saturday, September 7th with a show by comedian Tom Cotter. For more information on summer camp programs and the fall performance schedule, visit canearts.org. That's CAIN arts.org. The Cookout Summer Shootout Series fills your need for speed each week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 10-race series Night 7 is on Tuesday, July 9th. Visit charlottemotorspeedway.com for tickets, details, and information. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
All things Mooresville to keep you in the Noseville. Join in the conversation by calling 844-STUDIO-4. Now, back to the show.
All right. Welcome back to Heart Mooresville here on WSIC. I am your host, Don Smyle, along with Christine Patterson and our special guest, Paul Kreins from Victory Lanes. We've had a very entertaining and educational discussion because I had no idea of the facility, Victory Lanes, and it's not just bowling. I mean, this is like a full-on entertainment complex, and I just think that's really cool. So we went to break talking about some of the things that you do, and one of the things that I know you're passionate about is the youth programs. So tell us a little bit about that process.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have kind of two levels of the youth program. There's the youth leagues where the kids, join a league like they would a soccer league or a little league or anything else, and they compete, and there's tournaments, and we've been lucky enough to have a pretty amazing youth program. Developed a lot of really world-class bowlers that have come through our program. Caroline Thazier is one who, when I came here in 2012, she was about 8 years old, and she grew up in the program, went on to be on Team USA, went on to win virtually every youth tournament that you could win in the country. Traveled. She's in Ireland right now bowling for Vanderbilt University. She went to Vanderbilt on a full ride scholarship. And one thing about youth bowling is that the kids, they can't win prize money because of the amateur status, but they can win scholarship money. Okay. So what they would win in prize money goes into a scholarship program that's managed for them. And when they get to be college age, they can use those funds for college or trade school or whatever they want.
So clearly people can make a living playing or bowling. Yeah.
They can
once they get beyond the amateur status.
Yeah. In all full disclosure, it's not golf, it's not tennis, it's not a team sport where you're making millions and millions. But there are a handful of bowlers, the top echelon that are making millions, and but otherwise you can it's not bad if it's your passion, if it's what you love.
And I assume a lot of that is sponsor driven. The dollars.
Yeah, very much so. Because the prize money is not there like it is in golf. Sure. Where if you win one tournament, you're pretty much set. So there's a lot of they rely on a lot of the sponsorship. But the scholarships are really important because the kids can not only go to school on an athletic scholarship, but also can earn all that scholarship money up to that point. Sam's not even 4, and he already has money in his scholarship program.
Wow.
From bowling. Yeah.
So for the for the amateur leagues, so I'm assuming the profession for the PBA, they're not looking for like local sponsors. That's more of a, national. Are the amateur leagues? Are they looking for local sponsors for that?
We do, yeah. We do have local sponsors that sponsor some of the leagues right now. Dascon Properties is one that's one of our big sponsors. Sponsors a couple leagues, things like that. So, and then there's like the beer companies and things like that will sponsor. So, yeah, we do appreciate local sponsorship. Another thing about the youth program that I want to mention is our Say No to Drugs, Say Yes to Bowling program. That is a program in which we give about 100.
Sam's back.
Yeah, about 100,000 free games every summer that we give out, and a couple $100,000 in retail value between the bowling and the shoes. We distribute about 60,000 cards to the schools, and then they give the cards to the kids, and it entitles the kids to one free game of bowling every day all summer long.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
And we average right now, post-COVID, we average about 300 kids a day come in. Pre-COVID, we were at about 500 kids a day coming in. So it's
so we talked during the break briefly about the fact that apparently you're a mat bowler. So tell us about your skills. Where are you at on the skill level there? Yeah.
I bowled professionally in the 70s, which kind of then gives away my age, but and that's actually where I met George Pappas. George built Victory Lanes in 2007, and George is a Hall of Fame bowler, Charlotte native, and we became friends. And he had me come out in 2012 to help him a little bit, and then I ended up buying the center from him. So yeah, I'm at that level. Although playing in the pool with Sam, I tore my meniscus, and so I'm not quite at that level anymore. But
well, that sounds like fun. My bowling is atrocious.
I've bowled a 0 game before.
I'm not sure I'd be saying that on the radio, Kristen, because that seems almost impossible.
I know, because statistically, you should at least hit a pin, right?
You would think.
Yeah, I'm that bad.
So do you like hold the ball between your legs and then do it that way, or
no?
You literally hold it?
I mean, I try.
Okay.
I try. I know people say this, but it really is true. Like, I bowl better when I drink. I don't.
Because you loosen up, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's just like, I'm not thinking about it, and so that's the statistics when you just. So I need a little wobbly butt in me before I can bowl.
Oh, boom! I see what you did there. That was great. So before we go, let Paul go with his son there, or excuse me, grandson. Tell us about miniature golf really quickly.
So we've been trying to build a miniature golf course for about 5 years, and we've run into various obstacles. But we're now doing a brick campaign where we're selling founders bricks, anywhere from $100 to $5,000 equity level, and give people an opportunity to be a part of it. And it'll be outside. It'll be a really nice course, and we're calling it the Wobbly Putt.
Oh, I love that.
That is awesome.
The Wobbly Putt.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. That makes me laugh.
That's great.
That just makes me laugh. I love it. So,
Paul, thank you so much for telling us about what you all are doing over there. It's such an asset to Mooresville. And if people want to hear more, learn more about Victory Lanes, where can they go?
VictoryLanes.com. That would be the best place, or our Facebook page. Just look for Victory Lanes. That's where you'll keep up with the most current, up-to-date information.
Excellent. All right. Well, we appreciate both of you coming today, and hopefully he is in a better mood. So, look at him.
And a football.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, guys.
All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the Parks and Rec ecosystem. I know a lot of people have been asking. The pickleball courts at the War Memorial Recreation Center are now open. And so we appreciate your patience. They were resurfaced to make them better. And that is now completed. So you are free to join the fun at the War Memorial Recreation Center. The pickleball courts, pickleball courts are now open. So, and let's see, the Mooresville Golf Club. We want to give a big shout out to Luke. and the staff at the Mooresville Golf Club because this past week, actually last Thursday, they won Best Golf Club in the Lake Norman Currents Magazine Best Award.
Woo!
Big shout out to Luke and his team.
Good job.
That facility is just an amazing place. And if you haven't been, book your tee times today. I'm sure Luke will greet you at the door. Luke, you now have responsibilities. Sorry. What else is going on? Fall ball registration. So this is always a big time of the year for people who are into the ball. So registration for fall ball, which is youth t-ball, youth softball, youth baseball, adult softball, and BOBW basketball are now open until July 21st at 5 p.m. So again, fall ball registration is open until July 21st at 5 p.m. Register at mooresvillerecreation.org. So let's see what else we got going on. One of the community favorites, which is our Destination Recreation crew. Big shout out to Stephanie and her team. And if you didn't see on our Facebook page, our marketing team, big shout out to Karina and Roy Beth, did a great spotlight on Stephanie and her crew, the Destination Recreation Community Outreach Team, and all the things that they do to provide fun for the community at all of our parks. And the next edition of Community Outreach, Destination Recreation, is at Hope Park on July 5th from 9 to 11 a.m. And the best way to keep up with this is they have their own dedicated Facebook page, Destination Recreation. So go there to learn all things happening in the Destination Recreation world. It's all summer long, and it's a great way to get your kids out into the community, visit some of our parks, get your passport, get it stamped, win prizes. So much fun.
Awesome. Well, that's a lot going on in Parks and Recreation. And then to add a couple more to that, of course, we've got Stars and Stripes on Main Parade this Thursday. After that, Rock the Park, outdoor concert series at Liberty Park, July 12th. We're bringing in Vision. It's going to be a great show. That starts at 6:30 and goes till about 8:30. We'll have some food trucks and breweries out there. We have Celebrity Housewives on July 27th. You can get your tickets now at ourtownstage.com. It's a great girls' night.
I think WSIC is giving away tickets for that, too.
They are. We have a giveaway on WSIC. You can go to the Facebook page. We also learn more, of course, at the Mooresville Arts and Events Facebook page. And then, of course, ourtownstage.com. And then a couple things happening just around the area. The 8th Annual Dog Island Jam, July 27th from 11 to 5. That's at Lake Norman's Goat Island on the west side of Lake Norman. And then Christmas in July, downtown Mooresville, July 25th through 27th. And then, of course, Throttle Thursdays are still happening the last Thursday of the month, April through October, and Lane Tree Live every Thursday.
Now, tell me about this Island Jam thing, because you were telling me off mic what this was, and I'd never heard of it. And obviously, I don't live in Mooresville, so I'm not a lake dweller, but it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is. And it's John Sullivan. He's a musician. His band Sully and Friends actually started this. They drew hundreds of boats, each summer for this thing. So it took off. This is actually the 8th annual Dog Island Jam. Waves Entertainment, who's a WSIC partner, Patrick, who hosts the show. So they set up a stage, speakers, kind of, produce the event.
And this is on an island in the lake.
Yeah, it's kind of right off the coast, and it is this awesome. Pull up your boat and jam out.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah. So lots going on this summer. If it's of course, we have tons of opportunity hosted by Parks and Recreation, but even our community as a whole, tons going on. You will not have lack of things to do this summer.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on this edition of Heart Mooresville. Thanks to Paul and Sam for joining us. And we will see you Thursday on Main Street here on Heart Mooresville.